times are not too easy and spirits are not so high. So this is a time when liquor industry has to think through the challenges that the industry is facing, and if we can get to know of the secret behind success from some of those stalwarts of this industry who are from different parts of the world, and if they can share what is their mantra behind success even during these tough times. So that's why this series, The Legendaries, and this series will be hosted by Malay Rawat, who is a veteran from this industry. But before passing on this baton, I would like to know from Malay what is in store with this series, and also let's get to know about Malay first. Hi Malay, welcome to the show, and let's get to know about your journey so far in the world of alcohol beverages.
I came to Delhi in 2001 to start my career, and that time alcohol was never, in my dream, and I never thought of that being an MBA finance. So I started my career with retail and then with government. And 2005, I entered into this business of alcohol, and since then, I worked with two different alcohol company. One is into import and distribution. So that gave me a very good platform to understand international brands well. May it be wine, may it be tequila, may it be single malt. So importing those brands into India, looking for the right market, what price point they will be available here, comparing with majorly Southeast Asia market, and pricing it right, and doing marketing and reaching the end consumer. And after that, I joined a domestic wine company who was one of the leading Indian wine company. In between, I did my WSET, which is Wine and Spirits Education Trust from London University. So it is a distance course that I did, and this is a course which is all about alcohol. Know your alcohol better, I must say, because today I think that might be possible even if it is 0.01%, but I understand my alcohol better than many people. So after that, my fascination towards wine enhanced, and then I thought, why not to join a company where I can, directly work with wines. And I joined one of the oldest Indian wine company, and I was taking care of Northeast and Northeast region for them. There, we worked in very different structure altogether, and we came to know that how wine, different between a international wine and Indian wine and all those things. The journey started, and then 2016 I thought of starting my own company, and I got an opportunity to work with one of the Greek wine house called Veini Nausa. So I joined them in 2016 as a brand ambassador for Asia Pacific, and the whole idea was to enhance the awareness about Greek wine. So for an example, Xinomabro is one of the grape variety that we were promoting, and Xinomabro is a grape from which we can produce red wine, white wine, as well as rosé wine. So the whole idea was to going to different countries, sharing the culture of the Greek culture, and making people understand what is a Greek wine, because obviously, yes, they are producing wine since many years, many thousand years, but Greek wine is not that famous in this part of the world. So during that, I created the group called Wine and Spirits Club of India in 2016, and today we are happy that we are a global platform with 20,600 people across 103 countries. So the whole idea is it is not about only sharing alcohol news and talking about alcohol and alcohol pictures. It is also about awareness, because if I look at India, many people I can see who are drinking their wine or drinking their alcohol, but they really don't know about their alcohol. So that is how I worked a few years with this Greek wine company, and then I started working as a consultant with many companies. So for an example, today if I'll see a few of the brands that we introduced in this part of the globe, they are doing really good. For an example, South African wine, Four Cousins, and if you'll see some German wine called Peter Bot and Dr. Jenjen, if you'll see a rum like Asanti. So all these brands that we, I am instrumental in introducing those brands in India, as well as I work closely with them to make the brand, the brand strategy, how the brand will work, and all those things. So definitely, I'm really happy with the way my career shaped up, and the journey is really, really nice, and I'm happy with that.
That's an interesting journey. Why don't you share more about WSCI?
I am happy that in 2016 this brainchild of mine, I was going to Greece to sign this contract with Veni Nausa as a brand ambassador. It was Istanbul airport exactly where I was visiting this duty-free outlet, and I thought there are very lucky few who visited the source. For an example, if you are talking about a French wine, drinking a French wine in India, sitting here, or drinking a French wine in the vineyard on the winery itself is a completely different experience altogether. For an example, a South African wine, drinking a South African wine here and going to Stellenbosch and going to the vineyard and drinking the wine there, it's a completely different world altogether. And being an Indian, I'm a proud Indian, and I always see during my career that awareness is lacking big time in our country. So the whole idea is, whenever we open up a glass of, with no offense to anybody, we start giving our judgment about the wine or maybe a peg of whiskey or single malt without knowing much about that alcohol. We start commenting about this is good, this is not good, and all those things. My idea is that drink your alcohol, consume it, enjoy it, and then once you start enjoying your alcohol, then try to analyze it. So for an example, Alex, if I don't know you, it will be very difficult for me, or it will be very wrong of me, analyzing you as an individual. So for me, it is always good that I should know you first. Once I know you, then I know you, I know your habits, what you like, what your dislikes, and then when I will analyze you, it will be better, it always a better way that first know your alcohol, then start analyzing it. So Wine and Spirits Club is when I was there in Istanbul, I thought of why not to create a platform where which part of the globe you are in, or which part of the globe the winery is, the brewery is, the distillery is, it hardly matters. So if you are interested, because today we are global citizen. It's not about citizen of India, or like I can say that during my childhood, if I want to go to my Nanaji's place, it's like you need to plan weeks back or 15 days back. During my journey with 2016 onwards, when I started working for myself, you don't know whether you are going to Singapore tomorrow morning or not. If your visa is ready, then or you are going to France, the very next day you are going to France. So it's like we people are global citizen now. So always better if we can share with people that wine, for example, Greek wine, for example, French wine, for example, champagne. So it's always better to read about that alcohol, and whenever you will get a chance, you drink it, taste it, then you can compare, you can learn. So these things is lacking big time, because if it will not be wrong if I will say that worldwide not even 5% of the alcohol are available in India. So you go to any of the duty-free outlet in any country. So I will share with a very good example of mine. I went to Munich, Germany, and I went to a retail outlet in Munich. So it's a very small retail outlet, and they had around 625 beer. I always feel happy that I spent good 15 years with this industry, so I know somehow I know the brands. But believe me, out of that 625 beer, I knew only one beer. That was Leffe from AB InBev. So the world is vast. So the whole idea between Wine and Spirits Club is why not to create a platform where people across the globe can share their experience, as well as which part of the globe you are, you can learn about that. Awareness is very, very, very key. You talk about consumption of wine, for an example. Consumption of wine was like 8 to 10 years back. The consumption was like if you got a 200, 300 people banquet, you will see a 6 bottle of white wine and 12 bottle of red wine just placed there. People are drinking it or not, it hardly matters, but it was just part of there. But today, if we'll talk about a 200 or 300 people gathering, so it will be minimum of 5 cases to 10 cases of wine, and people are really consuming it. So, for example, bartenders. Previously, bartenders, everybody was thinking that this is a thankless job. You are going to a bar and ordering a bartender. But see today, the best bartenders, the best mixologists, they are eyeballs. They are the identity of the restaurant today. So this awareness, this is growing. And Wine and Spirits Club, we, in 2020, we started something called a WCI newsletter. Or 2021, this is the 5th edition of another newsletter that we are doing called The Insiders. The whole idea is, let people know that alcohol, that that gray side, it's not about the whole industry, but it is that segment of the society which are not aware about alcohol. They speak in that negative line. Otherwise, if you go to a doctor, he will prescribe you a medicine and tell that you consume 1 tablet each day. If you consume 3 tablets a day, obviously, yes, you got side effects of medicines also. So if you don't know how to consume, or you really don't know, or you don't give a damn that you are consuming 6, 7, 8 packs of whiskey and going to blame alcohol, I am not with you. So the whole idea was to enhance the awareness, to let people know. And can you beat it? There are around more than 64 countries across the globe who are producing wine. We are talking about, if you'll ask somebody about vodka, he will tell you a Absolute, he will tell you a Belenkai, he will tell you a Russian Standard, they will talk about a Belvedere or a Grey Goose. But there are around 5,000 type of vodka that is available worldwide. Out of that, 2,500 kind of vodkas come from Russia. You talk about a Champagne. So Champagne is a very small region in France which is producing sparkling wine. You need to learn a lot of things before talking about any sparkling wine. There is something called Prosecco or Asti or Spumante. Those are sparkling wine from the style of sparkling wine from Italy. You got Cava, which is the sparkling wine from Spain. So the major idea between Wine and Spirits Club was to enhance that awareness and let people know about alcohol better.
Those are some interesting initiatives. So why don't you share some numbers, the engagement, the kind of reach WSCI has, so that will put things into perspective as in how grand or how successful this initiative is in itself.
Who will be more happier than me to share these data. So we are just 59 months old. We are just going to complete our 5 years, and we are 19,820 post old. And we got membership, virtual membership of 20,600 people across 103 countries. And believe me, when we talk about this membership, virtual membership, when we talk about this interaction, it is good. It is really encouraging, and we are just going to complete our 5 years, and I'm really happy the way people are reacting to this. So Wine and Spirits Club India, the whole idea is, down the line, whenever you want to know about alcohol, when I want to make Wine and Spirits Club as a stepping stone for any younger guy coming into or wanted to know about alcohol, they should follow us, and then they should see Wine and Spirits Club and all those things. Wine and Spirits Club, as I told you that in 2020 January, I'm sure that it was not a great year for many people, and thanks to COVID. 2020 we started the newsletter, and today we got around 85,000 readership in 40 countries across the globe. When I say this readership, we talk about, we send direct emails to people, we send WhatsApp to people, as well as all our members, virtual members, they also can see this in the Facebook group. So we are there in Instagram, we are there in YouTube, and we are there on, we just created a website called wsci.in. So the idea between wsci.in is little more, So the whole idea, when I created this wsci.in, we created a optimize a search option. So for an example, Alex went to a party in Moria Sheraton in Delhi, and he consumed a wine. So he remembered the name of the wine, but while coming back home, the next day he thought to drink the same wine. But today it is very difficult, that you really don't know in which outlet you will find it. So in wci.in, when you will go to enter into that website, you can see a small search engine. You need to mention the name of the alcohol you are looking for, and automatically it will take the exact location appears. And when you will do the search, it will tell you the MRP of the product, as well as the nearest 5 outlet where it is available. So out of those 5 retail outlet, when you click on one of the outlet, so it will take you to the Google map and tell you exact distance. As well as we always tell our consumer that before going to any retail outlet, just check with the retail outlet. So you will get the number of the retail outlet. So you can call the manager, you can tell them that I am coming and you need that much of, because today so it's a pilot project in Delhi, and we are working behind that. Soon it will be available in Gurgaon and Noida, the neighboring cities. So the whole idea is that you will exactly know, in your neighborhood where this brand is available. So wsci.in is one of the way forward, so that our plan is right that by end of 2022 we will be available in 60 cities. So we work very closely with the retailers, and we understand, we take data from them and uploaded that, so that the end consumer, it will be very easy for the end consumer. At the same time, as I told you, that we started another newsletter called The Insiders, which is, A, the prominent writers, and B, the newcomers who really want to write about alcohol, and they need a platform, and this is the right platform from them, so they can write it, and this is a monthly issue. And then Wine and Spirits Club of India. So the newsletter of ours is around 16 months old now, and we are doing pretty good with that. So we covered major brands like many Indian brands, many international brands, we covered with that, and we are happy with the reaction of people.
Those are some impressive numbers. Let's talk about the Legionaries. What is this series all about, and what can we expect from this talk show?
The second you will say Legionaries, and thanks to one of my friends who proposed this name while we are thinking that what should be the name and how we should go about this. And when you Google about legionaries or will think about legionaries, it is all about those Roman soldiers. And this is the specialized soldiers who do a lot of things to establish or re-establish things. Today we are in a war zone, and today the whole world is fighting. So our idea is to do a talk show where it is not only for the end consumer, it is not only for the trade, it is also for those owners, those entrepreneurs, those brewery owners, those winery owners. How those guests of ours, we have 11 guests from across the globe, a few from India, a few from South Africa, a few from London, a few from Spain, from Chile. The whole idea is that to understand their experience with COVID and how they covered up with COVID. So the whole idea is to do this talk show, and it will be a one-to-one talk show, and we will come up with the dates and everything. The whole idea is to understand how they did their part and how COVID ready they are today, and how COVID affected their personal and professional life as well. It is not only about COVID. We will talk about myths, because the second you will look at alcohol, I think this is an industry which is full of myths, a lot of myths. So we'll talk with them, their myth, and how they bust that myth. We will also talk about our industry is all about awareness. So how well they are doing that job, how well they are making their product well known across the globe, as well as we will try to understand from their story that what is a successful brand all about. I think anybody and everybody will ask about their definition of a successful brand, and it will be different. So we will try and understand their journey, their understanding, what they did, and all those things. I think I am very curious, and I am very excited to bring that talk show live soon.
That idea is pretty interesting. So, who are those people who will be participating in this series? If we can get to know of the lineup, the people who will be coming on the show, and what part of the world do they represent? What kind of sectors do they represent? Please tell a bit about the lineup.
Alex, as I always say, I am very, very lucky. I know many people in this industry who are more experienced than me, more hardworking than me, but I think I'm lucky enough to, reach here today. And so 2005 I joined into this industry, and since then it's a long journey. We're sitting in 2021. So what I did is that I choose those personalities who are going to be part of these talk shows. I will not say very wisely, but I will say very smartly, because this will be completely different walks of life. So obviously, yes, we are not going to compare apple to apple, but we tried our best. Out of these 11 personalities, we tried to cover up the whole industry. So you will find few people who are the owners of wineries. At the same time, you will find some international Alcobeb consultant also. You will find people who are really working in the winery, and at the same time, you will find few people who are representing those brands in international market. So I'll start with Philip. So Philip is the CEO for a company called Van Loveren. So Van Loveren is the biggest family-owned South African wine, and their flagship brand, as well as the four cousins, those are available in India, and they are really doing good. I am fortunate enough to meet Philip in Robertson region of South Africa. I've been to their winery and I met him. And he was always there in my mind, if I'll plan something, they're always in my mind. Whenever I will plan something like this, I will definitely add Philip. And when I shared with him my plan, and Philip was happy to, give his consent that yes, he will be one of those speaker for us. The same way, I'll take a name called Kunal for an example. Kunal Patel. Kunal Patel is one of the youngest managing director. He is a second generation owner of a company called Monica Enterprises. I met him in my, during my journey of alcohol, and I met him in Mumbai. And he is also, an impressive personality. One need to know how he is doing his business, what is his vision. The same way, when we'll talk about Pia, for an example, Pia Ravanal is the owner as well as in charge of Ravanal Winery in Chile. And she will be a fantastic lady, down to earth, is the owner of the Ravanal wineries. And so she was there in my mind that I wanted to, introduce to the world. She is well known, but still I think with Wine and Spirits Club, the Legionaries, I want to reintroduce her, and we will be happy to hear her. Tatiana, for an example. Tatiana Petrokova was earlier the global brand ambassador for a brand called Russian Standard. So I met Tatiana in one of the webinar, and she is such a pleasant personality as well. Her knowledge on vodka is phenomenal. Nowadays, Tatiana is one of the international alcohol consultant based in London, UK. Same way, we will meet Sumedh Singh Mandla. Sumedh Singh Mandla is a very known personality in Indian wine as well as international wine sector. I know Sumedh since 2008. He was earlier a hotelier and he got a successful track record. So I thought, why not to hear from Sumedh how he is doing, how COVID impacted them, and how BWeb, his new company, and how they are handling this situation. And obviously, yes, awareness and myths, all those things. I met Wendy Peterson in 2008-2009. Wendy is working for South African. So there is a community which working for South African wine industry, and she is working as one of the leading coordinators. She is a known name in South African wines. The same way, when we talk about Sebastian, Sebastian is a dear friend. We recently met in 2020. I've been to Wine Paris. So I see suddenly, a name called Ashanti, and being an Indian, for me, Ashanti is like, oh wow, what is this all about? So I went there and I met this gentleman. They created this rum called Ashanti, and he is the managing director for Ashanti. So I thought, why not meeting him? Redico Khetan today is a very household name. So in our interview also, we will meet Sanjeev Banga. So he is the president for international business for Redico Khetan. Importing and selling here in the product here, and making a successful brand in India, and representing them internationally is something really, really nice. We'll try to hear from him the story of Rampur as the story of Jaisalmer. So they are doing really phenomenal. We will meet another gentleman, a real stalwart of our industry, called Mr. Anant S. Iyer. He is the CEO for Alcobrew, the white and blue, the brand. So we created we created the list of guests in such a way that we can cover. Never to forget, we will meet Naji. Naji is he is one of the owner, or he is the owner of a Lebanon wine house, and his story is completely different. Born and brought up in UK and having a successful career in finance, and then suddenly going back the village in Lebanon, and doing something for the community, for the society. So when we will meet all our guests, one of my dear friend, Tuani Price. Tuani is a wine enthusiast. She is a hardcore wine enthusiast. She is from South Africa and she is doing fantastic with wine, representing South African wine across the globe, majorly US. So we'll meet all this personality, and I'm really curious to meet all of them and understand their story. So these guys are few of the stalwarts who will be interesting enough to listen, and we will definitely learn a lot of things knowing their journey and how they are doing in today's scenario. So I am excited.
That's an impressive lineup, Malay, and we look forward to those interesting chats that you'll be having with these legionaries from different parts of the world. So stay tuned and watch this series, The Legionaries, with Malay Rawat. Cheers.